And it would appear we are live. Well, hello YouTube. This is a turn up for the books. Aren't you very lucky people? Excuse the noise in the background. I'm not really a fan of football if you're watching this back on the replay. But obviously my parents are. I'm more of a cricket rugby fan myself. So if you hear shouting, it's just my parents watching the football. I will just do the usual rules: no swearing, no swearing, keep it friendly, keep it polite, keep it civil, and I keep forgetting my camera is right there. So, because I normally have it this side, but the chargers for my laptop is this side, so hopefully everything will go smoothly, so bear with me. I will just open this up in a new tab because I am just about to tweet. Let's see, what shall I say, you lucky people, I am now live over on my YouTube channel. Do come and join me for a chat. Link to the live stream. Oh, forget. Let's see. What should we go? Smiling, laughing face emoji ×3. Thumbs up ×3. I always do emojis in threes because three's a charm. 3 is a charm. So let us just do that. Hopefully that's worked. Come and join me for a chat. Let's just see what the link does. Knock on wood, that was me knocking, that it works. And it does. So, yes. Hopefully we'll have some more people join me in a minute. Probably no one from the UK because most of England, Scotland are more than likely watching the football. So, yes. Well, this is a turn up for the books, isn't it? It's not often I live stream twice in 1 week. I did do a room tour yesterday evening, so if you missed that original live stream, it is in my playlist. So if you want to see what I sort of collect and read, you can go over, you can watch that live stream playback. As I said, if you hear any shouting in the background, that's because my parents are watching the England-Scotland match. I'm not actually a football fan per se. I'm more of the sort of person that stands around the water cooler talking football. I'm an armchair. I'm an armchair sort of casual supporter. If it's on, if it interests me, it interests me. I'm not really the most sporty of people. I mean, but anyway, so yes, welcome indeed to this second live stream in 2 days. How shall I? Well, I guess it's really all up to you, the viewers, what you want to see. Drop me a comment in the. I'll just carry on chatting until some people sort of start talking, shall we say. Let me know what you want. If you've got any questions, anything you want to know, do ask. I did do a question and answer session for my 100 subscribers. I am working on my channel to build up to 1,000 subscribers. That's taking time and a lot of hard work. I am obviously constantly working on my project, which for any newcomers is the Lord of War and Heartache. It is my, I've just activated Word, Microsoft Word. I know why. I was going to write the narration for chapter 13, which I now have I've now worked out the order that's going to be in now, chapter 13. I'm not going to tell you because you will need to wait. The cast for chapter 13 knows in which order it will be. I will excuse having a fan on. It's quite warm in this room at the moment, plus it sort of drowns out some of the background noise. So, where was I? Ah, yes. I now have the order of, I'll call it the order of business for chapter 13. And I'm quite satisfied with it. Oh, yeah, you saw my tweet. Yeah, that's a good question actually. What should we do, Julie? Yes. Yeah, because I know you've got quite a few people who want to do sort of a one-and-one collaboration, which I'm more than happy to do. I quite look forward to seeing you and Birdie come up with something. Yeah, that's a very good question. I'd have to have a think about that, really. I mean, what would you have in mind? What would you have in mind? That's the question. Because it's you're the host. You'll be the host, so I'll go along with your idea, not mine. You know, you're quite happy to go with my ideas, so I'll go along with you this time round. I mean, I've done it. You know, I've done that with Jodie Marie's collaborations. Yeah, all the chat is here, so I can actually see the chat on my phone. When you're looking on screen, you won't see any of it, so it comes up on my phone. I have got the chat screen here, so if I need to copy and paste anything into the if you've seen my room tour, which I know some of you may have joined me, yes, I know you did, Julie, you will know that I work with two screens. My other screen is actually a TV screen, so it's bigger and I can actually see and it's not fuzzy like my laptop screen is. I think that's what you get for having an HD. I mean, it's not expensive TV, it's just enough for me to work with. It's a bigger screen and I work better with it. So yeah, I mean, if you want to have a thought, Julie, and come up with any ideas and ping them over to me, you know, I'm pretty open. I'm pretty much open to anything you can think of. Yeah, indeed. Oh, I've got rogue hair. I've got rogue hair this evening. Because there's a time delay on this screen, so see, because my camera's normally this side, I flip my camera around because it's easier to have the cable in this side than that side, this side. He says gesticulating wildly like a ooh, let's see, gesticulating wildly like a courting albatross. Don't know why albatross, but there we go. Yeah, so I've never actually done two live streams in a row. You know, one night before and one night after. I decided to do this one really because I just thought, what the heck, you know, why not? Why not do one? You know, people seem to enjoy them, and you know, anyone who missed it last night, as I say, the replay is available, and you can go back on there. It's all on my channel. I do the replays. Hi Sage, thank you for joining me. Yes, yeah, I am doing a second one this evening. After last night, I very much enjoyed it. The reason I decided to do this one, as I was just explaining to everyone, is that I thought, what the heck? It's Friday. That's when I normally do my live streams. I mean, next Thursday, as I said last night, is the big one. My 1 year channelversary. So we are basically gonna have a party. I'm gonna go out, get cake, probably just a singular cake for me. You know, I'm not gonna sit here scoffing a whole cake, unless you want to see that. Unless I'm gonna get some fizz, some party snacks, things like that. We're gonna. I'm gonna turn it into. I'm gonna try and do some things for next Thursday, because I think that's a big achievement for me. I've never. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't. But maybe. Yeah, it's a huge achievement for me to be able to reach my 1 year channelversary next week, because I've never actually been dedicated to something for so long. And excuse the shouting. My parents are watching England play Scotland in the European Championships, the Euros football. I'm not really a football fan, so if you hear people going, "Oh no," and all that, it's mainly my mum. She takes it more seriously than my dad, I think. So yeah, I'm just sort of, working things out at the moment and thinking ahead. Really, I've already started thinking about what the next year, how I'm progressing in the next year. My second year as a proper YouTuber. I do have some older channel. I do have at least an older channel that's now dormant. It was a vlog channel. There's a few vlogs on there, but I'm retrieving them and converting. Archiving them, really. I'll probably close that channel down because there's very few viewers. My SMR channel seems to be much more popular, which I'm absolutely thrilled about. I mean, 359 subscribers doesn't sound a lot, but for me that is a huge achievement, and I'm really thrilled to have that many people actually enjoy my creativity. Huge respect to everybody, and thank you so much for supporting me in my work. I've taken a lot of inspiration from other channels. I've made a lot of very, very, very good online friends in the ASMR community. I'm absolutely thrilled with all the feedback I've had, all the support I've had. I really should save this for next week, really, shouldn't I? I think I'll. That's okay, Julie. Life goes on. Such is life. But yeah, I think I'll save all the thank yous for next week, because I think I might write out a list of thank yous for everybody and read them out on screen, sort of. I wouldn't say like an acceptance speech, but there's a lot of people in the community I really would like to give personal thanks to, and I want to make sure I get every single person who has supported me named, so that they know how much they really mean to me, and we'll do that next week. Something else I'm thinking of doing next week. I mean, you can't have a party without music, so I thought I might even do some this evening. And that is possibly some singing. I might do a couple of sea shanties this evening if you're still, depending on how long we go on for, but these can go on for quite a while anyway. but I might do my party piece next week if you're all about. Yeah, and what else? I've got some ideas for next week that'll be. I wish I'd thought of this. I have something for you forever and keep forgetting to arrange sending it to you. Should have sent it prior to your. I should have sent it prior to your channel. But it's next week. You've still got time, whatever it is. It is next week, so whatever it is, you know, you can still send it over to me. Yeah, you know, 1 year in the mail. Oh wow. Oh wow. I don't know. But that's I've never had, you know, I've never had you know, someone send me something. Yeah. I'm speechless there. Wow. If it got to me in the week, I would definitely open it live. You know, even if it got to me after my channelversary, I would open it live. That would be my very first sort of. Oh well, I can message you, Julie. I can message you on. I won't do it live on here. I would be absolutely thrilled. I've never had anything from, you know, I've never had like a YouTube sort of related gift. That wow. I'm blown away, really. You know, that's wow. Speechless. Yeah, I know. Whew. I Yeah, I'll message you the details through Twitter privately, because it will be my home address. I don't have a PO box. I don't feel like I'm a big enough channel yet for a PO box. I'm completely dumbfounded now about what I want to say. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm just thrilled that someone's actually thought to, you know, someone's taken the time to, you know. Hello, Jade. Thank you. You've joined me in a moment of how shall I put it? Delightful, shall we say, delightful surprise and loss for words. Oh, that's absolutely wonderful, Julie. Thank you. Hi, Adina. Yeah, I'm absolutely blown away by that. Yeah. Oh, whilst you're here, Adina, I did drop you over the script for chapter 14 in your DMs on Twitter, so you should now have that. Thank you very much. I did give an update at the beginning that all the parts for chapter 13 are now with me. I've got to write and record the narration. I still have to do that. I am out in Peterborough tomorrow, so with friends, so I won't probably get that done till Sunday. Although Sunday over here is Father's Day, so you know, probably go and see my granddad. That's great. That's excellent. Thank you, Adina. Much appreciated. I didn't mean to, I didn't mean it to sound like that. To be honest with you, my brain is in fast forward mode at the moment. I'm you know, 1 minute it's and then next it you know, or that's me trying to go backwards, you know, rewind sort of thing, fast rewind. I know I'm going to lose the plot tonight. Oh, is this going to be another of those is it going to be my 15 minutes of ASM artist loses the plot for 15 minutes all over again? If oh god, that was one of the first videos. I think that was one of the first videos where Jess K Creative ASMR and I crossed paths. The 15 which laugh? Which laugh? What, my evil laugh or just my oh dear, I'm so confused. I have lost the plot. I have completely lost the plot tonight. This could just end up being like a live action blooper, you know? I could be trying to say something and all of a sudden I could just crack up any second. It always seems to happen on a Friday. That's why I can't record on a Friday night. Because for some reason, I don't know if it's because it's the weekend. My hair. Look at my hair. It's one piece at the back there. I mean, I can't do what Adina does. You know? You know, I can't whip my hair around like Adina does. The queen of hair whipping. Any newcomers to my channel are probably thinking, what the heck is he on? Well, I'm on nothing actually. I'm just on life. I'm just on life. You know, I'm a 36-year-old chap with a big imagination. You know, and to quote the father from Tad of Tasmania, you know, blah blah blah, yaggity schmaggity, you know, something like that. that's the problem, Sage. Nothing. I just cracked up. I just did a very bad impersonation of a cartoon character, and I'd rather have a fit of laughter than. Oh, I'd rather have a fit of laughter than a panic attack any day. Oh, that's got the serotonin racing. Whew. A wandering minstrel, I am in the way. Anyway, where was I before I completely went off the plot, off the stuff? Shark! That's the blackbird. I bet you can hear him. I don't know if you can hear him or not, but yeah, the blackbird in our back garden's going absolutely crazy. There's probably a cat in the garden or somewhere nearby. Yes. Oh, I'm going to be. I will be around for quite a bit, Julie. It's Friday night. You know, nowhere to go at the moment, and yeah, I think I was before I was going. Something a bit off. You know what? Let's see if I can do this. I've worn this for a while. Oh, he says demolishing the place. I was going through my cupboards and I came across some bits and pieces. Try not to. But when I first started cosplaying, I found this. This is my old Nostalgia Critic hat when I used to cosplay as the Nostalgia Critic. I was fortunate enough, I actually found it in a army surplus store. And yeah, I was quite. I mean, I don't watch Channel Awesome anymore. I kind of lost interest in it, especially after the debacle they went through. But that's a different story. And of course, let me just disappear for a second. Might give you a bit of a clue. I wear fezzes now. Fezzes are cool. And yes, I have Sonics. This one, the battery's gone in this one, but hopefully, yeah. I've got 11 and 12 and 3. Yeah, I'm still on. I'm still on line this evening. I'm not going anywhere. So yeah, do join me later. I do have the bow tie as well. I've got the. I bought the bow tie at. I actually had the luck of being able to go to the 50th anniversary convention in London, and I actually saw Day of the Doctor on the big screen at. Oh, hello, Quiet Cat. Thank you for joining me. Um, on the big screen at the 50th anniversary um, event. And yes, I do have the bow tie. I have actually been thinking of doing a Doctor Who role play. Now I've got the green screen and everything. I probably won't build myself a TARDIS set, but I can definitely do the. I definitely have the background for the roundels. Whether or not I do it, depending on which. I mean, the Fez is definitely going to be involved, as is one of the Sonnets. But I mean, I've already got my steampunk Doctor, because if you know me as Maximus, you'll have seen this hat, because this is actually my Time Lord hat. I'm a steampunk Time Lord in reality. The costume I wear for Maximus in Chapter 7 of Lord of War and Heartache is in fact my steam, because this one, if you look, the goggle piece there is actually the TARDIS on a clock face, and then obviously, you know, so you've got time and space on the goggles. So I was quite pleased when I found them, actually. I was quite pleased when I found the hat, because I've never been able to find a hat big enough to fit my head, because I have a relatively large head. So I thought I might do a steampunk version of the Doctor. So I might use 8s or the Fourth Doctor's console room, secondary console room from Talons of Weng Chang. So I've got it all worked out. So yeah, you know, so we've all got you know, we've got loads of things in the pipeline. You know, I don't just want my channel. I've come to the realisation I don't just want my channel to be Lord of War and Heartache. I do want a bit of variety. So I am gonna do some more mainstream ASMR role plays. I need to get the equipment to do it, but I know I can. So watch this space, because it'll also mean I can use the green screen more, and I will get more use out of the green screen. I'm just going to check how much battery's on my phone. Oh, 86%, we're all right. You know, I'm still going to do Lord of War and Heartache, because obviously that's my primary project, but obviously I've got to try and appeal to other people to get them on board to view Lord of War and Heartache, if you know what I mean. So, excuse me, I've got an insect bite on the back of my neck and it's absolutely driving me potty. Absolutely driving me potty. So yeah, I mean, there's a few things I'm and if I can find them also, I've got a couple of lightsabers, so I'm gonna try and they're not professional style lightsabers, they're just toys, but I thought if I could have a go with specific elements, I might be able to revive my Dark Jedi persona. So watch this space as well. Yeah, so might be able to revive my Dark Jedi persona. What else? Well, you know all about the academy, of course. You know, we've got all our students now. We've got both bards, all 3 bards. all three jesters, all three singers, all three musicians, and finally, of course, all three belly dancers. So you know that's really now underway. So you know, and obviously a big shout out to Uplifting ASMR for helping me out with one of the characters who's doing both. Well, it's one character, but she starts out as a belly dancer and then moves on to being a jester. So that's the one I'm not saying I'm excited because of that. What I'm saying is I'm excited for that project because it is so ambitious. It really is an ambitious project because it's the first one where I haven't actually given anyone a script. It's completely unscripted. Everyone, you know, there's plot points for people to follow, but everyone involved gets to basically write their own script. So it's going to be really interesting because I don't have a clue of what anyone's going to say. They've got the plot points to include in their stories. However, you know, I haven't actually directed anyone in this particular project, in what to say, and that to me is really exciting. Excuse me a second. Oh, maybe it's not in here, but something to help with the itch. Something to help with the itch. A little bit of antibacterial hand gel. Oh, that's better. Kills 99.9% of germs. There we go. And of course we've got everything up to chapter 34 as well, so you know I'm really excited for the future of the project, but I really need to do some more variety, you know, really need to expand my channel. So we will probably try, you know, at some point I will more than likely try a cranial nerve exam, you know, because I've got torches and things here. So, you know, I don't need a lot of medical equipment or anything like that. I'm not going to do sort of health things like a lot of them do. But I can work and create with what I have. And, you know, I might look at getting a proper pen light and something like that. But I'm not going to, I can't exactly afford to splash out on equipment at the moment. Once I get a job, I will look at expanding my props and things, and it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Obviously I'll get a few of my a month or two out the way first to make sure I'm my feet are under the table in the workplace. But you know, I feel confident. I do feel confident that there is something coming around the corner, which I think will really boost the quality of my channel, shall we say. Not saying it's poor quality at the moment, because it's absolutely superb quality, you know. In my opinion, of course, there might be people out there who disagree, but you know, it's not their channel, it's my channel. And I'm certain that everyone has their own opinion of the quality of their work, but that's by the by. That's a completely different concept. So yeah, you know, exciting times. Definitely got a Doctor Who role play on the way. Now I've got the microphone and things, I may actually attempt at for it recording opinion time. how well do you think a Dalek voice would work for ASMR? Honestly, I might do this as a probably end up being a Cyberman voice, in fact, because I think that would work. Because I do have the software, because obviously I use Audacity, and I definitely think I could do either a Dalek or a Cyberman voice. Ice Warriors are a whisper, but I want something where I can just animate a picture of, say, a Dalek or a Cyberman, and not have to actually dress up as an Ice Warrior. Because obviously people would expect for a moving image. So I think definitely a Cyberman or a Dalek would be easier for me. Possibly a Sontaran with the helmet on. I could get away with that. Or one of the robots of death, a Vok, a Super Vok or a Dumb. Oh, what else could I try? Sutek with his mask from Pyramids of Mars. Do you know, that's interesting actually, because it was Pyramids of Mars that actually got me interested in Egyptology. Bit of a segue here, but it was because of Pyramids of Mars I actually became interested in Egyptology and all things Egyptian, shall we say. I mean, back in 2019, I was absolutely thrilled to be able to go and see the Tutankhamun exhibition at the Saatchi Gallery in London, which was an absolute thrill. I've got the book for it here. It cost me an arm and a leg, but it was so worth it. And, I was one of the last people that... I saw it in November 2019. Hi, Julie. Thanks for joining me again. I was fortunate to actually see it a while before lockdown. I saw the exhibition in November of 2019, so I could have been among the last people to have seen the Tutankhamun treasure. Do you know, I've never noticed that emoji, the Vulcan. I can only do it with my left hand. I'm a left-handed Vulcan. I can't do it with my right hand because the muscles in my right hand are undeveloped. I can only sort of do that, and it hurts. So I have to do it left hand. I've trained myself to do it left hand. So yeah, we've got Doctor Who on the horizon, potentially Star Wars. I'm going to do a lot more lip syncing for TikTok because they seem to be popular on there. Going to do some more voice acting samples. Yeah, few bits and pieces along the way. There's definitely going to be more casting calls for Lord of War and Heartache. Further down the line, and you've hit this here first. I probably have mentioned it on Twitter, but further down the line, there's going to be another troop project, not the troop from Chapter 7. There will be more details, but the concept ties in more with the Academy, shall we say. That could be a very far away down the line project though. I really do want to see how well received the Academy is before I even consider doing the next big project. And obviously get the channel built up a bit more. And of course it's finding people as well. That is the struggle. Especially with all the ideas I have in mind for the future of the project. Nothing bad, but a lot of logistic work has to be done first. So yeah, I think I think that all in all, things are going according to plan. You know, it's good. I'm really happy with the support I have. I mean, obviously, I'll go through all this next week during the anniversary live stream, but I think in the long run, yeah, it's all looking rosy. No complaints, no complaints. But you know, I mean, you know, hopefully it'll work because, well, not it'll work, but I've now got, you know, I hit the 1900 mark on Twitter today. I'm now what 1,927 followers now. I did try one of these daft things that because I was in the 1900s now, I was going to try and do a tweet for every year or milestone that I reached for 1900s, but that's fizzled out. You know, I'm happy with the way social media's going. You know, Instagram's a bit more complex. I seem to be getting a lot of bots following me on there. I think, you know, I think they've got the message though not to contact me. I think I can tell now. I can definitely tell now who is real and who is fake. Thankfully. I keep responding to all these affirmation posts as well. Oh no! Don't worry about that. That's absolutely fine, Adina. You know, thank you for being here. You know, just having you here is enough. Yeah, see, I have Facebook because obviously I've got relatives on Facebook. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok are my public persona. Facebook is basically my private persona. You know, that's because I've got that's because I follow more relatives on Facebook, whereas you know, YouTube, everyone knows me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, that sort of thing, and I've built my channel around those platforms rather than you know, sort of. I do have a Facebook page for my channel, but I have to admit it's well, the thing is, I'm not very active. I mean, anyone who does know me on Facebook, and there are people from the community who I'm friends with on Facebook as well, they, you know, I will admit I'm not that active on Facebook as much as I used to be. Twitter is pretty much my primary platform now. Some might say, you know, I mean, if you looked at my Twitter, some people might think I've become a bit of an activist, but I haven't really. I'm just very much more open-minded than I ever used to be. And TikTok's not for everyone. I mean, I can't do the TikTok dances that people seem... Oh, it is working. It is working. It's just kicked into life. I don't know how that happened. That is bizarre. That wasn't working earlier. Oh well, it's working. I must have weaved my magic. Yeah, I mean, you know, I've watched all of these performers where they do all these TikTok dances and things, and I haven't got the stamina for that. I mean, yeah, I mean, the most I do is lip syncing and voice acting on there, and a few other bits and pieces. I did do a little bit of stop motion, but you know that was very short lived. It seems though that the lip syncing seems to be doing all right, so I'm going to carry on with that. It's a bit of fun. But yeah, I mean, it's all just sort of, I don't know, without trying to sound controversial, most of the things I've seen on TikTok are no, I'm not going to say that. That could sound too controversial, but I'm sure you can guess what I'm thinking. If you're aware of TikTok and the content that goes on there, I mean, it's not in the entire content of TikTok. You know, there are some very very good. Who's one I really enjoy on TikTok? I think. Is it who I think? Trying to think now. Just checking Twitter because I know she's on Twitter as well, or she was. No, I can't seem to find her, but on TikTok there's this cosplayer and she's really really amazing. She does sort of voice over things. I bet you she appears on my following thing any second now. Let's see. Yeah, Vampire Cadet. Look up Vampire Cadet. She is brilliant. She's a cosplayer. I mean, she does Harley Quinn cosplay, but and Star Wars and Harley Quinn, but she also does original cosplay, where she portrays an undead vampire living through different periods of history. Well, of course, a vampire through different periods of history, and she lip syncs to YouTube to audio, and she is perfect at doing it. I mean, she is absolutely amazing. If you're on TikTok, look up Vampire Cadet because she is absolutely amazing with her videos. You know, she doesn't do any of the dancing or anything like that, and you know, I think that's refreshing. Really, I do think that's refreshing, and she is so funny. She is. I mean, you know, she is. She is brilliant at what she does. And yeah, so go look her up if you're on TikTok. Definitely, she's one of my sort of recommendations for that platform. If you like sort of vampire based humour, and you know, she does also clips from I think it's called In the Shadows, with Matt Berry, and you know, where they're playing vampires living in, I think it's in America. Yeah, I mean, I don't think she sort of gets into the trends, but you know, I do very much enjoy her content. But yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff, as I say, you know, I get bored seeing all the dances and things on TikTok, because you think, oh god, well, yeah, because yeah, it would be, that one would be up your alley, because you know, like you, I love anything to do with vampires, demons, dragons, mummies, elves, dwarfs, giants, anything to do with chaos, anything like that. Yeah, well, I mean, have a look at mine, because mine sort of, I don't have a clue. To be honest with you, there's a lot of things I can't do. You know, I can't follow the trends that a lot of people do, and you know, and I don't really like following. You know, I do my own thing. Do your own thing, I say. Don't fall into the trap of being like everyone else. Don't be a sheeple, I believe is the term, a sheeple. You know, be yourself, be individual. 9 times out of 10 you'll end up being told you're copying someone else, so you know, you can't win, you can't, you know, darned if you do and darned if you don't, I guess. So yeah, you know, sort of working on stuff and nonsense and things, and trying to sorry, just checking oh, just seen your thing. Yeah, I'm excited about that too. I'm excited about that too, by the way, Julie. I've just got Twitter up on my screen, and I've just seen your tweet about Raina's collab, Xena. Oh my god, am I excited for that. Absolutely excited. I used to love watching Xena. I wish they'd show it on TV again. Xena Warrior Princess. Oh. I mean, you know, Sage is playing Gabrielle, you know. Yoloma is ASMR is Xena. Jodie Marie is playing Aphrodite. KB Cuddles ASMR is Lamia. You know, there's huge names. There's huge ASMR names in this project. I mean, you've got Amy K, Jess K Creative ASMR, and Crystal Ball ASMR as the Fates. You know, you've got ASMR Tappy. You've got I think it's Bearded. I'm not still familiar with a lot of the blokes involved, but I know, you know, she's got some, you know, she's got quite a few. I mean, the cast is amazing for this project, and I'm really, yeah. And Yoloma looks absolutely amazing as Xena, you know, and Sage, of course, looks amazing as Gabrielle as well. I think definitely onto a winner with the cast. You know, yeah, she's playing Lamia, or you know, because I thought she was, when I first saw her teaser photos, I thought she was Medusa, but she's yeah, she's the other role. Now I've seen the trailer, and that makes sense, because I'm into that sort. I'm sort of into Greek myth and legend and lore and all that. And of course you've got, I mean, the poster, Raina staring out at you from the poster. I mean, oh, what's not to like about that poster? You know, it's just French kiss, you know, French chef kiss sort of perfection in every level. I mean, the whole thing is going to be, you know, as soon as it goes live, ready to be viewed, I order everyone watching this, whether, you know, live or playback, click that reminder button, because Xena ASMR Princess, as hosted by Raina Tamron ASMR and featuring Yoloma ASMR and other big names in the community, click that reminder button, because it's going to be the event of the year, the ASMR event of the year. I'm sure of it. I feel it in my bones. It is going to be amazables, and I can't believe I just said amazables. What am I turning into? But yeah, you know, it looks like, I mean, it looks, from what I've seen, everyone has worked so hard and so long, you know. watch it. I implore you all to watch it. And of course, obviously, when the time comes, I will be sharing the link out on her behalf on my Twitter as well. You know, yeah. So, trying to think of what else really. I mean, obviously, I'm going to keep going. I mean, we're only what? It's only 9:20. The night is young. I could go on. I might go on for quite a while here. Obviously, I did the room tour last night. That is on the replay of yesterday's live stream. It is, as I said, it's 9:20 in the evening here, GMT. Well, British Summer Time, because obviously the clocks went forward back in May, so technically it should be 8:20 GMT, but it's 9:20 BST, British Summer Time. And that insect bite is still irritating me. I can't win. I really can't win. Yep, antibacterial hand gel certainly takes the sting out of antibacterial hand gel. He says covering the because obviously I'm not sponsored by this product, so but there you go. Antibacterial hand gel kills 99.99% of bacteria, and it's a family-sized bottle, but I'm the only one that uses it. As I say, I obviously keep the product thing because I'm not sponsored or anything, so I can't. I'm not one. I won't be able to do product placements or anything. Maybe one day I'll be sponsored. Who knows? Who knows? But until that day comes, I was approached about sponsorship once, but I turned it down because I wasn't, I feel I'm not a big enough channel. The scope of my channel is not big enough to actually, big enough to, I think, warrant sponsorship. So her channel's far bigger than mine. Raina's channel is huge compared to mine. I think she's in 5 figures. I'm sure she's in 5 figures. Compared to me, I'm sure she hit the 10,000. Where is she? Where is she? Finding the trailer. Finding the trailer. There we go. Official Rain Tamarind ASR. Oh, she's at 1,000 and 1,980 odd. But yeah, I thought she was far bigger than that. But yeah, she's definitely far bigger than me, and she deserves it. Absolutely deserves it. I mean, genuinely, she should be a much bigger channel than that. She works so blooming hard on her videos, editing. I mean, she's amazing. I can't speak highly enough of her. She deserves everything in the world that the world has to offer her, really. And I mean, my time will come. I know my time will come. It's probably better that I get this off my chest now before next week, because I don't want to bog down a celebratory live stream with waxing lyrical, and it's probably better that I get all this off my chest now before next week, because then we can have some real fun. Yeah, so I mean, maybe I'm not doing enough collabs. Maybe I need to do more collabs. But you know, it's hearing about them really. I don't often get enough. You know, I often miss the notifications anyway, and by the time they come through, or the time I find them, the people already involved are on board, or you know, and fair is fair. I mean, a lot of people have ideas of who they want anyway, and that's absolutely fair. You know, I mean, I've got ideas of people I'd love to have on board on my project, but you know, I know they're all very busy, and with me being a small channel anyway, there's not really a lot of scope for them, because obviously what I've created is quite obscure. I'll be honest, it is quite obscure. I think, in all honesty, I think, hence why I'm definitely thinking of expanding what I'm doing to try and broaden the scope, to try and get more people onto my channel, because I really do think it's got to the point now that if I want to grow, I've got to. If you can't beat them, join them. Really, you know, I wanted to be a standout channel where, you know, I wanted to be a standout channel with something original, and I still am, but I think, you know, I've got to realise that if I want to be noticed and be found, I've got to actually work with the owl. I can't say it because it's like fingers down a blackboard. It's like hammering spikes under your fingernails. This word, algorithm. I hate that word with passion. Whoever came up with the word and concept of algorithm should be boiled with his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart. To quote, you know, it's not a word that rolls off the tongue. It's an anathema to me. Algorithm. There, I said it again. I said it much easier. Once you say it once, I guess you can say it. You know, it's definitely nails down a blackboard to me, that word. Definitely nails down a blackboard. So, but if I want to be found, I've got to accept it, really. So, you know, as I said, if you can't beat them, join them. Not that I was out to try and beat anyone, you know, in that sense. But if I want to grow, I've got to do a bit of mainstream as well. Well, this is it. This is why I put out the casting call, because I want everyone to have the opportunity to join me. That's the thing. You know, newcomers, you know, big channels, small channels, newcomers, established people. That's the whole point I do it. I realised when I got to a point that I realised I can't do this project on my own. I really do need other people involved, because I can't bring this world to life on my own. It's become such a complex world, such a big world, that I mean, it's going to get to the point where I'm going to need people to help me edit it. I'm going to need people to. I mean, everyone's been so good so far in that they've done their own editing, and I just put it together. I'm really so grateful for that. You know, everyone on board. There's been one or two people that obviously didn't do their green screen, but that's absolutely fine, because I had, you know, I've got green screen imagery, And in fact, for Taylor's segment in chapter 13, they seek her there ASMR. I've actually created for her segment a dynamic background with moving imagery, so that will be quite nice. Because I use Wondershare Filmora 10, or as I call it, Wondershare Filmora X as my editing software, and it obviously has green screen function, and I've actually taught myself how to layer. So I do have quite a few subscribers who don't interact on YouTube. I have people who don't interact on Twitter. I have people who don't interact on Instagram or TikTok. You know, at the end of the day, I don't expect them to interact. There's no law saying they have to interact, and I respect their I'm not going to message them saying you've got to interact with me, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. Like, it's just the way it is, really. It's just the pitfalls of social media. You've got to face it, really. Social media is like a battleground at the end of the day. Everyone is vying for attention. It's like the ultimate playground, social media. Whatever platform you're on, it's the ultimate playground. Everyone there is a kid vying for attention, and the bigger the kid, as in the more followers, the more complicated it becomes, because everyone's following that kid and they're not following all the other kids, and yet there's kids out there. Obviously I'm using kids as a metaphor here for social media, in the playground as a metaphor for social media. It's really, it's complicated. It's really, really complicated, social media. Once you get sort of... I've been on Twitter for... It'll be 10 years this November on the 17th. The 17th of November will be my 10th anniversary on Twitter. And really, I've only become active on Twitter itself in the last 2 years. And very, very active almost every day in the last year, since starting my channel. So, scratched my nose, a bit more hand gel. And I've only sort of become incredibly active in the last year or so, as I say, since starting my channel. And I have seen so much that, well, in the last 6 months, shall we say, there's been some... Oh, hi Afterlife. Yeah, this is actually the second one this week. I did one last night as well, as you know. I'm just going sort of through the ups and downs of social media. Next week, just so you know, everyone else that's joined me in the chat knows, is the big one. It's my channelversary live stream, which I'll try and do on the Thursday, because that is actually my channelversary, my 1 year channelversary. Yeah, I was just sort of going through the ups and there's been some things in the last 6 months, especially through Twitter, that have, how to put it without going into detail and obviously keeping it sort of respectful but be honest, that have rocked various communities that I'm involved with, especially one particular community which I'm sure most of you know very well, especially if you have the 4 letters of that community in your name, in your channel name. You know what I mean. You know, and there's been some things that have rocked the community, and I mean we're picking, you know, it's picking back up now, and things are sort of getting back to an even keel, but you know, there's been some revelations that I won't go into detail because it's not really my business to do so. If you know, you know. So yeah, channelversary next week. Yeah, I'm going to try and turn it into a party atmosphere. Probably try and decorate these shelves behind me with some things. You know, might be cake. We don't know. Try and do some stuff with. Let me just do something here because I can do it through my laptop. There is something here I want to do through my laptop. And I can do this if I go onto the live stream on my laptop because there's a time delay. But there we go. Another moderator added. I'm sure you'll notice when. Yeah. I think we need to. I think we do need to sort of celebrate in style. There won't be any alcohol. I'm trying to cut right back on alcohol if I can help it. It won't be a drunk stream. I'll leave that to the experts. You know. If you know, if you know, again, you know. But it's blooming hilarious when they do their drunk live stream. So yeah, I think we'll have a bit of a party atmosphere. We'll try and if I can get some party. We won't have party poppers, but I'll try and get some party blowers if I can. Don't know if I'll get a candle for the cake. But you know, it's definitely something to be celebrated. Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm thinking of doing some party pieces, maybe do a few shanties, you know, have some singing, have some you know, oh good, it's worked. You know, have some singing, have some maybe not, we can't really do party games, can we? Blah, blah. I was trying to think, who was it who was running the poll about my beard on the, I think it was, I never did find out how that went on the group Discord, the ASMR Discord, under Jen, wasn't it? Because there was a thing about me growing a Gimli beard. I think Lucio Non-Euro came up with the idea. I can't remember now. Oh yeah, I'm also looking at Reddit. That in other news, I'm looking at Reddit. Still trying to figure that out. I still can't work out how it works. It's all rather confusing, really. So I keep looking at the screen when I should be looking at the camera. Directly ahead. I think it's because it's a phone, because it's my phone and not. I suppose I should have it from the rear, but I can't see the chat otherwise. Yeah, I mean, I'm part of this ASMR Reddit group, but I can't figure it all out. To be brutally honest with you, you can only post one thing a day, which I can understand because it stops spamming, but at the same time, um, when you've got like a backlog of stuff to share, and there's a lot of bigger channels on there. It would be nice if there. It would be kind of nice if there was a Reddit group for small content creators, who and or something where you didn't get lost in the fog of bigger creators. It's a frustration. It is a frustration, to be honest. Um, I mean, I'm part of Ignition CC on Discord. I am signed up to them. Um, and I think I've had a bit of luck there. I do think I've had a bit of luck, and obviously I've got my own Discord pages where I've got you know people following me and getting updates. Although really, it's a lot of posts from me six or my Twitter, my Twitter feed. So I don't really get that active on. Oh, just like that one from Jesse, Happy Autistic. So I didn't even know there was an Autistic Pride Day today. I've been around for 36 years, or just nearly 37 now. And, I was diagnosed autistic at the age of 8. And in all my life, I didn't even know there was an Autistic Acceptance Day on the 2nd of... on the 2nd of April, and I didn't even know until today that today was Autistic Pride Day, which completely blew me away because I didn't even know it existed. And in the last year, I've really embraced, well, lost toys or lost children. I could call it something like Island of the Lost or something like that, and get people involved. I mean, I've got my own feed on did I change? I think I did change my name to Ondarian ASMR because it was Afro ASMR. I think it's still Afro ASMR as the it's still Afro SMR 1984, but the actual you can create a community. Ha 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 ha. Well. What if I were to create a community? I could create a community for Lord of War and Heartache, or something like that. Or, yes. I will investigate that, because I think if I can start my own community, then I think I could be onto something. I really do think I could be onto something there. I will investigate that. Because, yes. Might be akin to the book. I haven't written it as a novel. I've written it as it's obviously my YouTube series. It was suggested to me I turn it into a novel, but the problem there is it's such a complicated story because obviously of the way it's done as videos and things. It's really hard because obviously I'd have to work with the descriptions of the characters as they are on the videos. If I changed them in the description in the novel to what I really want them to look like, people would go to the videos and go, hang on, mate, the people in that I think I'll do that. I can't do it tomorrow, but I'll definitely do that because I think I think I'm onto something there. I definitely think I'm onto something there. We shall see how it goes, because Discord is a big place. I think that might be worth investigating. Yes. The cogs are. Excellent. Sorry, my mind is turned into the melting pot of ideas. I love it when a plan comes together. Yes. Anyway, yeah. So I think, yeah, definitely. I can. The Pistons are at full pelt now. I mean, we're at double figures for knots. I mean, we're running at what, 12 knots, which is quite fast. Definitely. I've got a few ideas now. Good Lord, I think he's got it. I don't know that one. I'll have to look that one up. But yeah, it would also make it easier to do my call-outs as well, because it would give me another platform. And I could set the rules for myself, set the rules. Yeah. Yes. And I could always... Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Ideas are coming left, right and centre. Bing, 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 bing. Ooh, that's good. I like that. I like that a lot. Sorry, as I'm sitting here, yeah, I think it's... I really... Oh, hello Thomas, thank you for joining me. Yes, it's a very, very sort of unplanned second live stream, and this one is a tad longer than last night. In fact, it could go on for quite a while. Things are really looking up at the moment. I've got so much on happening that now, I've got ideas that I think are really going to push forward. Sometimes it's doing these live streams that really do open doors. And as I say, I've gained a whole load of new followers on Twitter as well. Yes. I think therefore I am. This is when a lot of people start thinking, what's he going on about? What's he doing? Why is he not talking much? But when I think, I really do think, and ideas. This is me at work. This is me relating to my channel, because this is how I work with my project. I sit there, tapping myself with a pen, obviously with the lid on. And as I think, it comes to me. It really comes to me, the thoughts. I mean, it's like how Lord Volkov came into existence, because I was racking my brain, because obviously I knew the Tyrant King wouldn't come forward straight away. I needed a secondary villain who could act as the antagonist until the Tyrant King actually makes his appearance. And I sat here for quite some time in front of my screen, and I thought, vampires. And and that was literally how chapter 2 took place. I never actually, in chapter 2, you will note I never actually mentioned the word vampire in chapter 2. But from the Lord of Necrotia onwards for the Vampire Saga, I do. Blimey, a short shouldn't make your internet lag. Anyway, yes, do join me next week for and yourself. Do keep up with the creativity. Do join me next week for the live stream. If you want to join again, I am going to be here for quite a while. I'm not actually going anywhere. Let's check the battery. How much battery have I got left? 64%. But all the best, Afterlife. Thank you for joining me. Always a thrill. Always happy to see you. So yes, I've got some new ideas now. Then that's quite exciting, really. It really does open up the possibilities of and we go silent again. You can hear them. Supposed to be a train noise. Oh, thank you for joining me, ASMR Lure. I'm going to be here for quite a while, but enjoy the rest of your day or your evening wherever you are in the world. Whatever you're doing, take care, look after yourself. I'm going to be here for quite a while, so if you do wish to jump back in, please do so. But exciting, as I said, exciting times ahead. Lots of ideas now. Expanding the channel, expanding the scope of the channel. I don't know, really. I think I've definitely got ideas for where I want to take the story. I definitely know where I want to take the story and what direction it's going to be. That I do know. We are getting closer to getting back into the Ondarian monarchy, so the diplomat will get back into the Ondarian monarchy. I'm resting a few concepts whilst they journey to the forest realm. So once the dream realm is over, the dream realm sequence is over, which is chapters 15 to 19. Chapters 20 to, let me think, chapters 20 and 19 and 20 are the last, chapter 20 and 21 are the last chapters that are going to feature in the desert realm, and then chapter 22 onwards is going to be based in the monarchy, except for chapter 24, which is going to be set in the forest realm, because that follows the dragon hunters, and I'm still looking for people to play. I've already got someone playing Mysterious ASMR Mysteria's ASMR is actually portraying in chapter 24. Let me think. She is playing. That's too far down. Too far up, I mean. Oh, she's playing Lieutenant Arnia Lennox, sword mistress and strategist. I'm going to play. I haven't taken it off the list yet, but I've already got. I'm going to play him. Yeah, Sarif Wolfrider, Hunter and Tracker. I've already got a voice that I think I'm going to probably do him with a Scandinavian voice, you know, or as close to a Scandinavian voice as I can do. So that's going to be. So for that one, really, I just need sort of. They're like elven. So you've got Gabriel Lennox, the Axe Warrior, who's also Arnia's brother. So anyone who takes on that role will be the brother of Mysteria's ASMR's character. A female character called Gally Asquith, who is the archer. And then you've got Lord Hieronymus, commander of the Forest Watch. And Pertinax, head of the Doridian resistance movement. And they're all part of Beast of the Mountain. As I say, I'm going to play the role of Saris Wolfrider, who is a hunter and tracker, and he is actually Ondarian and not of elven descent. The other characters are all elf descendants. So that is me sorted, and just because obviously I get, you know, people might say, oh, why do you always choose the... Well, I choose the characters that I think... I do write characters for myself, I will be honest. I do write characters for myself. There are particular characters that I have in mind where I know I can portray them, I know what they sound like, I already have an idea of what they look like. And Sarif Wolfrider is one of those characters. It's the same with Rafik, it's the same with Lord Volkov, it's the same with Professor Stream, it's the same with General Travers. Well, no, you haven't met General Travers yet. It's the same with Mordred, leader of the Sklade, Geoffrey of Trigon, Garen of Trigon, Commander Charing, the Overseer, Trajan. You know, these are all characters. And I've got how many characters have I got in my name? There's quite a few I still have to script, but I've got a total of 44 characters across a number of chapters, and there's some where I play more than one character in one chapter, because obviously it is hard to try and find. It is a bit more complicated to find. I've struggled finding a lot of male ASM artists to participate. I have got male ASM artists participating, and there are more. I mean, we've got more than you know. I mean, although some of them are doubled up in the roles, I mean, we've got 84 characters played by other ASM artists, so it's you know, it's really worked out quite well since, and as I say, some of them have doubled up on the roles, so, but that's by the by. I guess we sort of just turned back round to Lord of War and Heartache, really, haven't we? We've sort of gone back to where we started. You might call it say it's gone full circle, this live stream, and that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing, because everything that in fact, I can actually do this with my camera. I can actually show you the full of everyone involved. Sorry, that's my YouTube. You know, I mean, when you look at that, we have quite a full list of. Let me get that out of the way. We have quite a full list of characters. It's probably not very clear on your screen, but you know, we've got some really big names involved going along the and you know, I'm really happy to. Yeah, I mean, virtually all of my characters are voiced as well. So, as you can see, we've got big names and everything. And as you can see, all the ones in orange are my characters. Because obviously they're characters that I've already had in mind for certain roles. I mean, Nick the Click VA. That's the son of Sleeping Artist. That's Julie's son. So that's who we've got on board. I mean, these are all the characters that are still available, starting at the top. As you can see, obviously, I say we've got gender fluid, non-binary, basically meaning anyone can play them. You know, doesn't have to be specific to the characters. Let's see. See, we've got plenty of elven characters. See, even if we're in the monarchy, we still have connections to the desert realm with characters from the desert realm. So I mean, the Mages Guild, that could be anything played by anyone, doesn't matter. If they do video, it doesn't matter what the costume's like. That is completely left open to how they think a mage should look. Then you've got... Oh, we do go back to... I beg your pardon. We do go back to the desert realm. Plague in Gebelra, in which I will probably reprise my role of Daedalus. Yeah, the Dream Realm is quite good. Myself, Julie, and Sage are involved in that one. In chapter 16, if I go back to characters taken, I can find chapter 16. There we go. So I'm playing the Dream Programmer. Julie is the Dream Dealer. And Sage is the Dream Inventor. So I'm... Again, that is going to be my first video for the actual series. I'm going to don my steampunk costume for that, because that is a steampunk story. That is very much steampunk across the way. So yeah, you know, these ones here for the Nightmare Machine probably work better with costume because of the steampunk elements, but Return Journey, mind you, they're all female for the Return Journey. If anything, if you want, Brian, you can do you know, if you're interested, I'm still looking for someone to do a voice or video for. That could be good actually, because it's a dream world. It could be done as a disembodied voice. I like that idea. If you're interested in chapter 16, we could have your character done as a disembodied voice. that would work, because it's a dream sequence, so it doesn't matter. I like that. I'll message you on Twitter about it, because I think, you know, if you want one of those three, sort of characters, give me a shout, and we can work something out. Because if you've got something that makes it dreamlike, we could have it like they're a disembodied voice. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, you could still make a video but not actually appear in it. Yes. If I send you a background that I think would work for whichever character you choose, we'll discuss it further on Twitter. I probably won't be online much this evening after this. But you know, as I say, the other three characters for chapter 9, the remaining of chapter 19, if I don't find them, it doesn't matter, because they don't really have much. Lady Alana is probably the one that is important, but the other two are probably not so important, so I don't think it matters if I don't find... It doesn't really matter if I don't find Old Mad Alice or Jenny. Lady Alana is the one really I need to find for that one. Then there's 3 females for Finding Solace. 1 male, 2 gender fluid, and 1 female for Arrival in Night Song. Urgent mission, I pretty much need to find everyone. Although, did I give myself Gideon Frecht, or did I... no, I'm Rejack Marston, Eric the Bard in Academy. Because I usually do like to try and give myself... I'll probably do Gideon Vrecht, because he is a character I've been developing for years. But we got Dr. Yindavan, Lady Juliet de Henge, Nurse Rayala. I think these are out of... Oh, have I got them all? I think some of these are a bit out of... did someone take Robert de Henge? Did I take Robert de Henge? I can't remember if I gave myself Robert de Henge. I really can't remember now. It doesn't look like Robert de Henge has been cast. I think... No, he comes down further in The Plague in Geborah. He'll be mentioned as being in Geborah later on. Meeting at the Tavern, we've pretty much got everyone. No, we haven't. Ingrid the Tavern Owner. I think there's a few more characters I need to add to chapter 31. Chapter 32 is going to be me on my own anyway, because there's the chapters that are missing are chapters where I will be doing them on my own as solo performances. I've got some ideas for that. So where you don't see chapter numbers, that's and then obviously these are all the scripts I've got to write. So, you know, basically that entire list there is every single script I've got to write. So I've still got people to... Yeah, I will get back to you, Brian, and we'll sort something out. No worries there. So yeah, you know, as I say, I'm always creating... I'll just put that back. Rear camera. So I'm always sort of creating new material, new ideas, new characters, new concepts. You know, there's always something happening in this world that I've been building. And also, if people ever want to be involved but they don't see a character they like and they want to create their own character, that's happened once with Queen Avalon in chapter 11, as played by Mysteria's ASMR. She wanted to do her own character, and you know, Queen Avalon visits from overseas. So, you know, and if there's anything particular that you want, you know, if you're watching this back on the replay, you know, drop me a line, drop me a message. You can contact me via Gmail, greatwesternfanatic@gmail.com. You can contact me on Twitter. You can contact me on Instagram. Hi Marigold, thank you for joining me. I've just been going through the available characters on Lord of War and Heartache. It hasn't all been Lord of War and Heartache talk. There has been a lot of other talk, but we've come full circle really. You know, so I'm looking for people to get on board. There's a lot of things. Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you. Yes, doing very well, thank you. Yeah, went out down my local high street today. Did a bit of shopping. Well, I say shopping, came back empty-handed. Very disappointing down my high street today. Well, no, I didn't come back empty-handed. I did come back with some more hand sanitizer. So 2 bottles, in fact. So, you know, clean well, germ-free hands, maybe not clean hands. So yeah, so been busy and creating and all that, promoting. What else? Excuse me, I am just going to do something. Hi all, I am still live on YouTube. Do come and join me for a chat. Smiley face. Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Enter, link, tweet. There we go. So hopefully have some more people joining me. I mean, we've had quite a few this evening, so it's Friday evenings are definitely better for me to live stream, because there's been Saturday evenings where I've had 0 viewers and it's just turned into a live vlog. So, you know, Friday nights are definitely, as I said earlier in the stream, if you're watching this back and you've got this far, because we're nearly at the 2-hour mark. Next Thursday is my 1-year channelversary. I plan to throw a live stream party to celebrate. So hopefully that will go ahead. You know, all being well. So we'll have a bit of, we're going to have a lot of fun next Thursday. What else? There's a few concepts that, for anyone that's obviously come in late, or, you know, as I say, I've definitely been sort of resting, I'm resting some concepts on the Lord of War and Heartache. Eventually we are going to be back into the Ondarian monarchy. The Desert Realm will be behind us. We are going back to the Desert Realm in chapter 30, but it's kind of like how chapter 11 worked, where the diplomat is not involved. So chapter 11 was like a rest chapter that connected to the main story, but it didn't connect to the main story in a way. Because instead the viewer played a messenger rather than the diplomat, and the diplomat is the key character in the series. So, and as I say, the academy, which I'm actually quite proud of, because that is a big concept, is set a few years before the main story. So that will be reduced from, you know, that will be Trying to think. I keep losing my train of thought. It's been a long week. It has been a long week. A lot of stuff has happened this week that I won't go into detail about because it's all sort of life stuff. Yeah, so, dear, you can tell it's been a long week because I really can't think of, my brain is on overload and I've had so many good ideas during this live stream that, I'm really sort of, yeah, so am I. It's been a long week and next week I know is going to be a long one. I'm fortunate really that I've so far managed to avoid any gallbladder trouble. I've cut right back on fat and fatty foods and things like that. So, touch wood because this is a wooden table that I'm working at. At least I hope it is. It's from IKEA, so might not be. But anyway, touch wood that I should be all right at the moment. Yeah, so as I say, really exciting times. I'm going to do a bit more expansion work. I'm going to do a Doctor Who role play as well, where I play as my own version of the Doctor. I'm going to do some more traditional style ASMR role plays with my green screen. I've got a few concepts in mind that I want to do to try and bring forward. I think I want to bring my channel more into the public eye, and Lord of War and Heartache is going really well. I'm really happy with the way it's going and everyone that's been involved. But I think if I really want to get noticed, and Lord of War and Heartache found, I really do need to go mainstream. As it's all right being original, but I think you really do have to realise, I did say earlier it's the old adage, if you can't beat them, join them. Well, I never started with the intention of beating anyone, at the game, really. That was never my intention. What it was I really just want to excuse me. There we go. Just responding to a tweet. And as I say, there's a lot of concepts that I've had so far in the series that I'm putting to rest, like all the performing arts characters. Once the academy is put to rest. No, that's the thing about ASMR. It always surprises me when I've seen some people treat it like a game. I never name names and I never name and shame, but I've seen some people in the community use it as play it like it's a game. They use sort of particular, I don't want to say dirty tricks, but they've used, there's perhaps at least one out there who's perhaps been a bit underhanded in the way they get viewers for their channel, and I think they've kind of held through their actions and possibly what they say, they've held back other channels by, shall we say, creating tension in the community by saying, oh, don't go to that channel, they're not. And there's a number of people who have blocked that person. I never name and shame, and I did receive evidence that they were bad-mouthing other channels, including me. But I don't tolerate harassment. I do not tolerate harassment, and I will block if you harass me. And I felt I was given no choice. I have to protect myself. But let's leave it at that. That is entirely all I'm going to say, because I don't want to open that can of worms again. I am not interested in war. I'm not interested in drama. I do not want any of that. I make that very, very clear. They know what they did, and that's it. That's it. I am carrying on as I am. I am the same well-spoken, respectful person, and I am not here to make enemies. I am not here to create tension. I am here solely to create autonomous sensory meridian response. I am here to create content for my channel. I am here to help people. I am here for people. That is my goal. That is why I'm here. I am dedicated to that goal. I do not care about anything else that goes on in the community that could undermine my content, my creativity, anything like that. I am a content creator first and foremost. I have made some amazing friends in this community. I will never knock the community. I know we've had our ups and downs, that's all I'm going to say. At the end of the day, the one thing I need to concentrate on is my content, because to me that is important. The friendships I've made are incredibly important. Please don't misunderstand me there. I have made amazing friends, like yourself, Brian, like you, Marigold, Julie, Sage, Louise, Jessie, who else? Mike, Raina, Karuna, Jodie, Yaloma, Crystal. I have made Sarah, Swarms, Evoke, Nicola, Be Brave, Be You, ASMR. Everyone I've become friends with are important to me. I will hold that very, very close to my heart. The friendships I've made in this community are hugely important to me, because everyone I've become friends with are hugely influential to me. Everyone has gotten behind me, everyone has given me support, but to put it in sporting speak, at the end of the day, it's my content that is most important to me. I create that content not for me, it's for my viewers, and I will be doing a proper thank you next Thursday, and I am going to be making a list of all the ASM artists who support me, who have helped me with my content, who have given their time and their patience to help me get through the bad days, and supported me on the really good days as well. This is the passion talking now. This is the real passion for my content, for my channel, for the community, and I don't care about the petty politics that goes on in the background. I do not give two cauliflower ears, to put it in the most politest sense, about what goes on in the background, what you know, if someone wants to try and drag me into their little game of tricks and things like that, I'm sorry, I don't play those games. I really do not play those games. I am here purely and solely to make content, quality content for my viewers, because they are who keep me going. And I don't care, to be honest with you, I don't care about numbers. I could have 3 viewers, I could have 3,000 viewers. I have 359 subscribers, and I am absolutely grateful to each and every single one of you. And I will be going, as I say, I will do all this again next week as a proper thank you. But this comes directly from the heart, directly from me. You know, thank you. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for spurring me on to create the content. And that is what is so important to me about this community. It's, you know, what goes on in the background happens. I'm staying out of it. I have no interest. If people want to try and turn people against another person, that's not my issue. That's not my problem. Because I am here to create. I am not here to argue. I am not. If someone's taken umbrage against me because I blocked them, again, not my issue, not my problem. Because I'm just carrying on, and I don't care what they might say in the background. Eventually, time will run out, and things will happen, and the truth will be known. And that's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. You will never hit. I will never, ever. I never have a bad word to say against anybody. I will never, ever badmouth anyone. You know, I worry about people. I do have concerns for people when they come across as feeling down, and I will ask after their welfare to people who know them better, because I don't feel I have the right to approach them directly. However, you know, that's all through genuine concern for people. You know, I am that sort of person. And I once got sorry, I'm just responding to a tweet. I actually had someone once say to me, "Oh, hi Suko, thank you for joining me. We are alive for quite a bit, so I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going through the passion speech at the moment." But yeah, I will not be drawn into the games that are played by people. I will not. I offer the hand of friendship. I offer the ear that will listen. My DMs are open on Twitter, on Instagram for people who need them. But I will not be drawn into the petty politics of the community. I am deadly serious about that. Do not try to draw me in, because I will not take sides. I am here purely as an ASM artist, as a content creator, and nothing has happened recently. But what I'm saying is, oh hi Shigur, thank you for joining me. I actually had someone once say to me, "Oh, you're so fake. When you do your live streams, you're putting on." This was on an older channel. This was on my old channel when I used to live stream. When I did my first and only live stream, which is no longer up there. I deleted it because I was shamed into taking it down. They said, "Oh, you're so fake. You don't know. You're not like that really. You're stop putting on an act. You're what act? This is me. If you met me in real life, the only difference you would find if you met me in real life is that until I get to know you, I'm actually quite shy. If you were to meet me, excuse me, do excuse me. If you were to meet me in real life, you would discover that I'm actually quite quiet and quite shy. When I'm in front of a camera, it's a lot easier. It's easier for me to talk to a camera than it is to talk to new people in I'm actually quite socially awkward off camera. You wouldn't know that if I was with my friends. When I'm with my friends, I am, but then it's because I've gotten years to know them. But you ask any of them what I'm like, and they will literally tell you it's who it's who I am in real life. I can't be anyone else. I can mask as an autistic person. I can mask, and I do mask. And I probably do mask for when I do my live streams. But that's the thing. It's a coping mechanism. But in reality, I can't be anyone else but myself. I cannot be anyone else but myself. That is the truth. I am absolutely truthful about that. Why bother putting on an act for a live stream? Why bother? The only time I put an act on is when I'm doing, say, Rafik or Lord Volkov or something for a collaboration, like when when I played Happy the Dwarf in Jodie Marie's Snow White collab, or who else? When we did when you and I, Brian, did the Too Cool for School collab, that was an act of me being me as a teenager, and I really was like that as a teenager. It was quite easy to slip back into that. But I don't act any differently to how I do in real life. I might be a bit more. The air might be a bit more blue around me, because I'll be honest, in reality I do curse. I do have the odd swear word come out of my mouth. I'm very careful not to. I'm very careful not to let them out, especially around younger relatives when they're around. But and older relatives. But I'm not completely 100% perfect. Anyone who says they're completely 100% perfect is foolish and a liar. And I've actually worked with someone who actually said to me, I don't make any mistakes. Why do you? Why do you make mistakes when I don't? Why can't you be like me? And I thought, and I am going to curse here, and I thought, well, why would I want to be a complete arse? I apologise for cursing, but hi Lure, thank you for joining me again. I don't know, because I'm thinking of growing it to become a Viking. I'm actually thinking of growing it and my beard to become a Viking. So, yeah, you might not get to give me that mohawk. I think I might become a Viking, sail the seven seas or become a ghoul or something like that, not a ghoul, a ghoul as in asterisks. Oh, excuse me, my hair, don't just hate it when you get an itch on your head. The Stan Laurel head itch, as I call it, like he used to do in Laurel and Hardy. Yes, I'm into the old black and white films. Very eclectic taste in films, and oh, hi Quiet Cat, thank you for joining me again. Just for you, shall I put the fez back on? Shall I wear the fez again, just for you, because I know you said you liked it. Yeah, so all in all, I know we've just got deadly serious, but you know, put my hair out, Tommy Cooper. You know, yep, I got brought up on all the old comedy. Spoon jar jar spoon, jar spoon jar jar spoon spoon jar, glass bottle bottle glass. Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah. That I guess that's. I. That's one way of looking at it. I guess lure. I think. Yeah. So. But you know, I mean, as I say, going back to a lot of things that we were saying, because I mean, I was showing everyone earlier, and I will do this again. But this is all the characters that in the series. Let me just lower that so I can get it a bit closer. So this is all the characters we've got in the series so far. I'll scroll down slowly for you so you can see them all. You know, we've got some interesting. Well, I mean, I can act like that when I want to, but you know, yeah. I mean, you know, we've got some. As I said, we've got some. Oh, the yellow are all my characters. So anything in yellow are my characters. Everything in green is other characters. Like, for example, here, Arik the Bard. That's me. Where am I? Where else am I? Up here. Another of my favourite characters. Arik the Bard is coming back in. Maximus is like a recurring character of mine. Arik the Bard is going to appear again in the Academy. Who else is coming back? Daedalus, Professor Stream, Rafik, he always reappears. I mean, we've got one recurring character from chapter 13, and that's Cassandra. She's coming back in the Academy. A lot of these are sort of one-off characters. Did I say? Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, the Academy is my big project for the summer, so, you know, as I say, yeah, Cassandra's coming back. Exploring ASMR is reprising her role as Cassandra for that. Yeah, so everything in orange, there's 44 characters listed there in orange, which are all mine. A lot of them I've still got scripts to write for. There's well, I refer to masking because I'm actually autistic. I was diagnosed autistic at the age of 8, and I obviously learnt how to hold a conversation through speech and language therapy, but you know, in order to sort of survive in the real world, I kind of taught myself how to survive through masking. I don't mask so often now. I'm much more comfortable as myself now. And I think that's mainly down to social media and YouTube, really, because the communities I've become part of have basically accepted me for who I really am. I mean, I've been told in the past, oh, you mustn't do that, you can't be that, you can't do that, you know, and I've just gone with it, and now masking is basically something autistic people do to come across as the term I've started using, because it's a term that's used on, we are referring to ourselves now as what's known as neurodivergent. Non-autistic people are neurotypical, and some people use that. I will say some people, yeah, it is kind of like people pleasing, and it's us trying to act like it's like us trying not to stick. I mean, sometimes you'll see me fiddling with something on a live stream or something, and that's called stimulation, which is a common autistic trait. It's funny because I basically was taught not to stim, but I kind of, thank you, yeah, but in my real honesty, I don't believe there is such thing as normality. What is normal anyway? What is normal? I've embraced, in the last year or so, see, that was the thing. I used it as a coping mechanism, because if you see my Twitter feed, I talk very openly about how I was, and this is going to be a real hard hitter, and I'm glad I'm doing this all before my channelversary live stream next week. It's best to get it out in the open. But I was mentally abused at secondary school, and in one of my workplaces, I was bullied in the workplace, and I was mentally abused at school by a particular teacher who was meant to be the one that was supposed to understand my condition. Obviously I've had therapy. I'm on anti-anxiety pills because I am now diagnosed, as well as being autistic, acute anxiety and PTSD. So thank you very much to that teacher, and the fact that they said one day you'll thank me for all this. Yeah, what have I got to thank you for? Thank you for making me nearly want to, do something really drastic when I don't need to, I really went through exactly. Wow. And the thing is, they used to get in my face like this, and they used to shout right in my face, and I won't shout because obviously it's not supposed, and they used to get in my face like that, and they used to poke me with a pen, when the thing is, I knew I'd done nothing wrong, and they knew I'd done nothing wrong, but they always referred to me as a liar. They always, because I couldn't make eye contact, because I was autistic, they always managed to make me look like the bad guy. They always managed to, they really wanted me out of that school. Autism back in the 90s really had a huge stigma. It's better today, but let's face it, I still maintain to this day they were using ABA techniques, and that is why I am so anti-ABA techniques and things for groups that advocate it, like Autism Speaks. I've said it now. I am friends with so many autistic people on Twitter. It's really, it's only since I've started talking to other autistic people in the last year that I've come to understand who I am, why I am, not what I am. I always knew I was autistic, but I've finally got to the point where I accept it, I embrace it. It's me, it can't be changed. I've never wanted a cure for it. I think anyone who thinks it should be cured is wrong. I really, really think, anyone, I'm really against the concept of, eugenics to try and remove it from the genome. It's what makes us unique. If you cure autism, you remove something unique. We are all something. It should be accepted. It should be celebrated. It should be. I really do believe it's something that is. Yes, it's called a special needs, it is referred to as a special need, but I think it's special in a way that people don't think of it being special. It doesn't make us special in the way that, yes, we have learning difficulties, but... Well, I didn't say that, but I know exactly. I know people who did. You know, and you will see me retweet things about autism and things like that on Twitter as well. I guess I've kind of become a bit of an activist for it, but I'm definitely an advocate. I'm definitely an advocate for the positives that come from it, and I think I've become much more that, and I mean, if you look at my Twitter, it's very, very diverse. There's a lot of different people I follow, regardless of, and that's the thing. I am a very accepting person. I will not tolerate bigotry. I will not tolerate hatred of any kind. I am all for. Oh, lovely, nice pizza. It's a shame I can't eat that now. That sort of thing now because of the grease. But do enjoy it. Do enjoy your pizza. And I'm going to be here for, I don't know, another. Ooh. It is getting close to. I think we'll take it to 11 p.m. and then call it a night. So we've got another 15 minutes. Yeah, see, I sometimes wonder if if there's elements of me that might actually also be ADHD. I don't know. I haven't really looked into that, but I am going to perhaps investigate that. But there's bits and pieces that I still think I need answers to in my life. I mean, I've known I'm autistic. I know that I've always been autistic. I mean, I had the diagnosis at the age of 8 years old, so I've always been aware of my autism, or my being autistic. You don't say my autism, you say being autistic, because we do prefer autistic person rather than person with autism. That is a given. I'm so glad it's gone down this route, actually, this live stream. I'm actually quite glad it's gone down this route because it gives me a chance to open up much more about, my own views on the topic, and that's what I like quite quiet, because I was told for so many years when I went to interviews, oh, don't tell them you're autistic. Don't tell them you're autistic. And then problems occur at the workplace and they say, what's wrong with you? And I go, well, I'm autistic. And they said, well, you never told us at the interview. So now I am incredibly open about being autistic because, there's nothing to be ashamed of. There is absolutely nothing at all to be ashamed of. If someone has a problem with you being autistic, that's not your fault. That's theirs. That's their problem. That's their crux to bear. That is their that's their issue. It really, I mean, I had that in the workplace where I was bullied in the workplace by a team leader, and I never reveal names. I never say where it was, but I was miserable. I was absolutely miserable. And, I always thought I was the problem. And all these years later, I now realise, I've now realised that it was never me, it was them. They had the problem with me, not the other way round, Oh, that's awful. That's all. I've been fortunate that I've never encountered that. I'm absolutely fortunate that I've never encountered that myself. That must be terrifying when you're that age. It must be absolutely terrifying. I mean, I went from the age of 11 to the age of 11 to... Well, I actually left school in 2000 and I hadn't even reached my 16th birthday. So that was... I left school at 15. Because obviously I'm a July birth. But they were the worst 5 years of my life, secondary school. That, you know, they might as well have put me in an asylum, because I was, you know, I felt like I was made to feel like a criminal for 5 years, made to feel like a criminal almost every day, and I couldn't tell my parents. I was that terrified. I just couldn't tell my parents of what was going on at school. It was only nearly 20 years later that I actually started to open up and talk about it. And it was only when I had a breakdown in 2019, in October 2019, that I finally got the help I'd needed after all those years. And it was absolute cruelty. It was absolute cruelty that I faced. And you know, there were so many times that I just thought of taking really extreme action, and I think you can imagine what sort of action I was thinking of taking. I'm not actually going to say the word, but I think you can imagine what I was thinking of doing. And I just realised if I do, they would win. They would get what they exactly wanted, which was me gone, which was me absolutely gone from the world, and I wasn't going to give them that satisfaction. And the fact that they actually said to me one day you will thank me for this, as I said earlier, that's exactly what their words to me. One day you will thank me for this. I'll tell you something, this is a bit like therapy really, but you know, I am kind of sharing I do share my story on Twitter anyway, with other autistic people. And you know, it's soul destroying. It is absolutely soul destroying. But I'm here. I'm 36 years old. It's over 20 years later, and I'm here talking to you. What does that say? They failed. I won. I'm here talking to you right now, openly, frankly, honestly, humanely, perfectly. You know, don't let them grind you down. Just keep on, keep being you, keep being strong. Don't ever let them win, because if they win, then they can do it to anyone else. Don't let them win. Ride on, you know. And that is how you do it. Because you stay strong, you fight everything inside you, you fight your demons, you come out strong, you grab life by the short and curlies, whatever you want to call them, you look it in the eyes and go, you're mine. You know, you look it in the eyes and you go, you're my bitch now, life, not the other way round, you know. And we are, well, yeah, okay, what you say, I'm trying to, you know, I do try and keep my things family friendly. I know I just cursed, and I apologise to anyone watching back, to, you know, to the replay for this. I genuinely apologise, because obviously I don't normally curse, but when I'm telling this story, it does get a bit extreme, and I fully understand that, and I accept that. But you know, it's a victory story, really. It's all about a victory, you know. And that's the thing. I've had victory in my life. I've had a lot of victories, and they don't sound like much, but to me they're milestones in my life, more than birthdays are. You know, they're things that really have proven to me that I can do anything. I mean, how many people do you know who've actually been on television? Let that sink in. Because if you're British and you watched the Great Model Railway Challenge on Channel 5 in 2018, Episode 3 broadcast on the 19th of October 2018, there was a chap on there you might recognise. You're looking at him right now. Yep, I was that chap. Matt of Team Tunbridge, 2018. I was on television and I turned out to be the focus of the programme. I was embarrassed, but I'm so glad I did it because it boosted my confidence so much. I never imagined that I would ever be on television. You know, I mean, back then I was a lot bigger. I was huge back then. I haven't got any. Actual footage that I can share. But where is it? Excuse me. I have got something I can share with you. I think it's in here somewhere. Because I did show the beach huts that I made on the programme that year a few weeks back. Let's have a look. Ah, there we go. No. There we go. Let's go to preview pane. So there's me with the team. That's me right there. There we are. There I am, right there. Team Tunbridge Cliffs End. That's me with Tim Shaw. We were mucking around on camera. I was running quite hot. I think I've still got the tissue that he mopped my brow with. We were having a bit of a joke on camera. There's me there as well. Just seeing your comment there, Lua, I did have a friend who was also autistic who actually believed we were the next step in human evolution, but I won't go into that now. There's me again on camera. That's my best mate. I'm off to Peterborough with him tomorrow. Yeah, team captain of our team with my airbrush. I mean, look how big I was back then. I've lost so much weight since then. Yeah, there we go. There I am again. I mean, it's all stills of me, really. Well, I'm sort of. Why are you local then? Or I'm a member of the Tunbridge Model Railway Club. That much. I'm a member of the Tunbridge Model Railway Club. But I am very private on that side of things, so I won't actually reveal where. I'll be honest, I won't actually where I live, but you know, I am a member of the railway club there. We hope to have our exhibition next year, so if you visit the Tunbridge Model Railway Club exhibition, I will be on duty, stewarding duty there, so you know, do come and say hello. It's the third weekend in February. We are hoping it goes ahead next year. You know, obviously we didn't have our 40th anniversary exhibition this year because of COVID, sadly. We fortunately had our 39th one last year. But as I say, you know, anything of personal detail I do not officially reveal. I don't feel comfortable in doing that. But as I say, I am a member of the Railway Club. You're a moderator. If anyone starts mucking around and absolutely spamming my feed and things during a live stream, you can kick them off, basically. I've got quite a few people that can do that. In fact, let's see who else. Let's add a few more moderators. I've got most people on my thing are now moderators. So basically, if anyone, oh, you're local, are you? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I am North Tunbridge. That's fine then if you're local. Yeah. Wow. I kind of feel like a minor local celebrity now that I'm live streaming. Okay. Fair dues. Oh well. Que sera. Obviously I won't say exactly, but you know, I am. That's bizarre. You know, you don't expect someone on your live stream to suddenly sort of announce they're from the same place as you, but never mind. That's fine. Nice to meet you. But yeah, you know, I am at the exhibition each year, so you know, and we're hopefully going to we're having to. I can't go into too much detail, but we are trying to sort out, you know, potential meetings for the future. Yeah, if you want to beat them with a wrench or a frying pan. Oh, okay, just near the college. Yeah, I know the place. Yeah, I know the road. Yeah, as I say, I'm very protective, to be honest. I don't share too much detail, really. You know, about my exact. WI, that's Wisconsin, isn't it? I think that is Wisconsin, isn't it? I'm not too aware of oh, okay. Yeah, I was right. I'm pretty decent with my United States locations. So yeah, but yeah, geography was always one of my strong points at school, I have to say. I did better in that than history. I got cocky with history. I thought I knew it all, so I actually got the reverse. I should have got the higher grade for history and the lower grade for geography, but I got cocky with history and thought I knew it all, and you know, kind of put myself forward for no, because I'm using an app. I'm actually using an app. I'm using live. Oh, I can't remember what it's called now. But I'm using a phone app. I'm not doing it through YouTube because I haven't got enough numbers to do it through YouTube on my channel. I've only got, you know, with only 359 subscribers. You know, I haven't really got enough. If I was live streaming through Instagram, then yes. If I was live streaming on Twitch. Hello. Oh well, thank you for joining me. You know, always, you know, absolute pleasure. Hello, Kay. Yes, indeed. Um, yeah, well, I mean, I've got Teams, I've got Zoom, so if you ever wanted, I am very, I am kind of reluctant to use certain, you know, I, it's probably the most open I've ever been on a. Hi, Miss Chic. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. Do you know what we're going to go on? We're going to go on and see how far this goes. Um, I really am getting to enjoy this. I mean, as I say, next week is my. I don't know how many times I've said this evening, but it's my 1 year channel anniversary next week, and we'll we'll do a big live stream next week. Um, so we've got a lot, but as I say, I've got big plans for my channel which I want to announce next week. I've got big ideas, for the Lord of War and Heartache, which is my fantasy series on YouTube. Chapter 13 is on the way, so when the premiere is announced, please do go online and click the reminder to join me. There will be a live chat. There will be a live chat for that. Chapter 14 is in production. Chapter 15 is in production. I'm still looking for people to be involved in Chapter 16, although I do believe I've managed to find a fourth person through Brian, so I very much appreciate that. I think we've literally got everyone for Chapter 17. We've literally got everyone for Chapter 18. There's a few people. Yeah, always have. Went to primary school in Tunbridge. You probably know it, Sussex Road. Yeah. Used to live down the south end, and then moved up to the north. I was born in Pembury Hospital. So I think as were most people, but oh no, don't worry about that, Miss Chic. That's absolutely fine. You can always contact me anyway. I do need to sort out what you were discussing with me on there anyway, so I will drop you a message with what I was going to send you. We won't talk about it here though, because that's something else to be dealt with. I've got big plans for the channel, big plans for the project. As I say, I've always do excuse me. Most unprofessional. Antibacterial hand gel. I think most people were born there locally, weren't they? So I mean, obviously I haven't got 1,000 subscribers and not enough watch time to be. I've always said if I ever become a big enough channel, and I was fortunate to become monetized, I would actually use any of the money I make or made to reinvest into the channel. That's how I would do it. I don't really have any plans to accept monetization. I have no interest in it really. And I think because I know it's very complicated, you have to try and sort out tax, because technically it is it is working and all that. You've got to pay tax and everything, and I think that's just too much for me, really. You know, I may have accidentally clicked the button that says we'll let you know when you're eligible, but I have no interest in it, really. I'm happy the way I am. You know, if I got, all I'm really interested in is getting 1,000 subscribers so I can get the community tab and really... No, I went out of the area for school. I actually went out of the area for school. I won't say, because obviously that gives away too much information about myself and my part, you know, my problems, shall we say. Yeah, I have to be honest. Your mentioning of where you are did throw me a bit, because I am usually very protective about where I am located, because I've been caught out many times in the past. I've been caught out quite a lot recently. So I usually am very, very, I'll be brutally honest, very defensive about myself. The only reason I'm more open about being autistic and everything is because obviously I'm very open about, and my experiences as an autistic person is because I'm very open about it on Twitter, because I talk to a lot of autistic people who went through very similar experiences to me anyway, and you know, by sharing my story it makes them much more aware of that they're not alone. That's why I do it. I do it because, you know, I want people to know that if they're going through a similar situation, there is someone there out there who empathises with them. I've had a good life so far, but it's not been easy. It's never been easy, and you know that's just the way it is, really. You know, I am who I am. I'm not going to change that. I don't want to change that. I have my anxiety. I have my concerns and everything. I just well, I have really through Twitter. I mean, I've got all my best friends. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I know, I don't want to get too personal, shall we say, but there's things that I do share because I want people to know who are going through similar, who talk about their own experiences, that there are people out there who empathise with them and can say, look, you're going through a tough time, and I've been through it too, maybe we can help each other out, and that's the thing, and that is really what I am about. I am all about sort of supporting others and working through issues and things like that. It kind of does open up, but yeah, I mean, to anyone, if anyone's on Twitter, you can always find me on the same name as my user channel, on Darian ASMR. I'm on Instagram as on Darian ASMR. Used to be AFO ASMR, but I changed my name because AFO stands for Adult Fan of Lego, because I am an adult fan of Lego. But I felt it was misleading because obviously I've only ever built one Lego set on camera, so I changed it because Ondarian links into my project, because that's the nationality of one of my the Ondarian monarchy, so it fits in with the concept. So all in all, you know, I'm very, you know, the secret I think to surviving in social media is be yourself, be open, be honest. Don't pretend to be anyone you're not. You know, don't be the big I am. Don't try and make yourself out to be, you know. I mean, I know I've got. I mean, Ronan, hello, good to see you, Sir Ronan. Thank you for joining me. Do you know what? We'll carry on. We will carry on as you're here. How are you, my good sir? Good to see you. Julie has been gone, I'm afraid. So has Sage. So you know, but we've had a pretty good. I mean, I read somewhere. I mean, I've got over 1,900 followers on Twitter, and I read an article once in the paper that if you've got over 700 followers, you're technically a celebrity. Well, to be honest with you, I completely disbelieve that, because I don't. Oh, is Brian gone? Is Brian going? Let me have a look. Oh, that's okay, Brian. Thank you for joining me. You're treading water. Okay. No, that's fine, Brian. I probably won't be online for much longer, but you know, we'll see how far we go. It is getting late here. I mean, it is 11:15 at night. But you know, as I say, I read an article that actually said if you have over 700 followers on any social media platform, and I do on Twitter and Instagram, you're technically like a celebrity. Well, I don't believe that. I'm just me. I don't want fame. I don't want fortune. I'm not interested in anything like that. I just want to make content. I just want to share. You know, I've started a story. It's now 12 chapters deep. With, I mean, there's 28 videos in all on the playlist. It's 12 chapters deep with, I think, no, there we go. That's what I wanted. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, 28 minus 12. I'm trying to work out in my head now. Because we got. Let's get the calculator up. I mean, as I say, there's 28 chapters in all. 12 main primary chapters in all. And 16 side story chapters, which all tie into the main. And I'm always creating new side story chapters to. I used to call them filler chapters to fill the gaps. So you know, I'm really quite involved in this project now. As I say, you know, I've got a lot of people collaborating with me. I actually, it all started out. I can show you the meme that actually started it all off. I can actually show you the meme that started it all off, because this was something. Is it under the miscellaneous tab? Let's sort this out. Let's have a quick look. I should still have it on my. I should still have it here, because it was always an idea I had since I was young. I've always wanted to create my own. It was my ambition as a kid to create my own fantasy series for television. Well, obviously that never happened, but YouTube became the next best thing for me, and I'm so glad it did. Was it under? Probably under. Actually, under there. No, it wasn't under stock source material. Maybe it was under miscellaneous. Ah, there we go. This looks more promising. No. Isn't it annoying when you're trying to find something and you can't find what you're looking for, even though you know it's somewhere around here? That is irritating, to say the least. And that's all stock images. Oh, I'm sure I'll find it eventually. If you're on Twitter, I'll post it up as a tweet. That is annoying. When you're trying to find something and you can't find it, and you know it's there, and it just doesn't want to be found. That is irritability in a jar. I don't know where that came from. I've never heard that said before. That I'm probably the first person who's ever said that. That was completely random. Don't ask me where that saying came from. I have no idea at all. And my computer has frozen. Oh, the joys. It's a good job I'm live streaming on my phone, is it not? This is so frustrating. I may have coined a new phrase out of it, so, maybe I can inspire other people to say the term irritability in a jar. Always fun and laughter to be had on my channel. Oh dear. Yeah, don't worry, Ronan. You missed the laughing outbreak earlier. I completely lost the plot, as I sometimes do. It's all out my system now, though. Oh well. If I can't find it, I can't find it, and I'm not going to look for it any further. I'm sure it will turn up. If you follow me on Twitter, I will share it when I find it, and no doubt it will do the rounds again, because it was one of those sort of memes that do the rounds every so often. So, maybe you don't know, but never mind. No, I could be here all night looking for it. Blah 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 blah. No. No point in trying to find it. Sorry about that. Yeah, I could do with a trim. This is getting a bit. Mind you, if I am looking at that Gimli beard, I guess the secret is to try and just. I mean, as long as I keep this bit and this bit trimmed, then it might be all right. Who knows? Who knows? If I put it in this. Oh, this is getting boring. Because this is getting boring, isn't it, me trying to find this? I completely understand if it is. Because it's me just looking at a screen scrolling through. Yeah, I'm not going to find it tonight. Never mind. I think it was something called, how it all started. I have an idea. I think I've got it. I think I've got a way of being able to show it to you. Bish bash bosh, as the saying goes. Where's my notes? Unless that's the Lord Volkov. Because I have got some behind the scenes videos as well, including the story of Lord Volkov. Oh, no, that's not it. No. Sorry about this. Things haven't gone according. Some things don't go according to plan. Such is life. Two creates a third. You will both need Brock flour and Xander root for the healing powder. Fallout 2 reference there for you. If you ever get a chance to play Fallout 2, do so. It is available on Steam. Absolute classic game. If you want similar humour, sort of akin to it, Fallout New Vegas. Fallout, I love Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, but Fallout New Vegas is the one. Is the one and only, because it is literally what the original Fallout 3 Van Buren should have been. So, moving on to video games by the sounds of things, by Bethesda. Always get a bit of variety with me. So, Dave Grohl is highly talented. I would take that as a compliment. I would absolutely take that as a compliment. Foo Fighters. Can't go wrong with the music of Foo Fighters. Oh yeah, it's the best out of all the Bethesda versions of Fallout. I haven't played it myself, but the Obsidian game Outer Worlds is said to be, because Obsidian made Fallout New Vegas with yeah, it is good, isn't it? And yeah, I just made that up off the spot. I really made that up off the spot. I think that's the first time that saying has ever been said. So I may have just coined a brand new phrase. So, I think that I could have brought a new saying into existence. I guess that's just the writer in me, really. As an amateur, I'm an amateur script writer, an amateur voice actor. Because I do all the voice, as you know, I do all the voices on my project that I perform. I'm going to be doing more voices soon. Thank goodness for Audacity. That's what I can say. And when I say Audacity, I'm talking about the audio editing software that I use. It's called Audacity. What's the other thing I use? I use like a Photoshop. I use like a Photoshop variant. GNU image it's the GNU image manipulation program. Unfortunately, it's called GIMP for short, but it actually stands for GNU image manipulation program, and it's basically like Photoshop, completely free to download. All the software I use the software I use for audio editing is completely free to download. That's Audacity, and the GNU image manipulation program I use to create the backgrounds is free to download as well. When you do view my videos, I list everything that I use to edit them. I have got a paid subscription to Wondershare Filmora X. I do pay for that, an annual subscription, or it was a one-off lifetime subscription, something like that. But it gives me full editing. Capability for my videos. What's the other things I use? I use PowerPoint to create the title cards. Well, you're always welcome to voice, you don't have to appear on camera. You're always welcome to voice characters. Not every one of them needs to be on. There are some characters that are specific to video because of how they're portrayed. But I've got a lot of characters that can be done as voice only. And I'm really happy for people to do voice acting rather than appear on camera. I mean, most of my characters are all voice acted, audio. But with, I'll give you a very quick. I will give you a very quick peek at something I've been working on. I'm not going to. This is something I don't mind sharing with you because it's something that I'm not going to say how he sounds, but because I have a folder full of background images that I use for my project. I can find the image I'm looking for. I wonder if it's under chapter. No, that's all. I need to get the screenshots for that. I can tool that out though. If it's on the video sources. There it is. Yeah. I'm going to switch the camera background, but this gives you an idea of what I do on. There we go. But that is the artwork that I'm using for my character in chapter 13, Professor Stream. I'm not going to give you a demonstration of his voice because I want people to hear how he sounds actually on the episode. I have got other images of background art. For example, Lord Volkov. If you are aware of Lord Volkov, that's the artwork I use for him. These are all things I found on Pixabay, by the way. They're not actually created by me as such, but I found them on Pixabay, and that one is he is named in the chapter. He's the envoy. You'll learn more about him. But yeah, that's my representation of Lord Volkov. That is a character and his minions that are yet to. Do you know? I'd love to do it as a job as well. I'd love to be a voice actor. Someone actually did say on Instagram the other day that they thought I could do it, but I don't know. I really don't know. The work has to be out there to begin with, and they really need my sort of voice. It would be amazing. What else have I got? Well, that's the artwork I did for City of Trigon. Again, it's all images from Pixabay that I've superimposed. See, no, I was in pantomime in 1996. I was a lost boy in Peter Pan. That's the artwork I did for Maximus. You'll recognise that because that's my profile picture. That was Maximus and Rafik, the leader of the Peacekeepers in chapter 3. Arik, the Bard, who I voice, the Governor from Chapter 6, who I voice, the Governor's personal assistant from Chapter 6, who I also voice. Oh no, that's Corvus, voiced by Spinner of Trails, so he voiced that. Oh, there's Rafik, again he's from, that image is from Pixabay, as is the picture behind him, but I felt the face fitted the voice. This is Rafik. I think it would be most wise if you hand the crown of the Tyrant King over to me. And I've just given myself ASMR. Yes, this is the voice of Rafik, except I have not taken it down to -15, which is usually the actual pitch I take his voice down to. I serve Lord Volkov of the Vampires. I used to serve Corvus of the Shadow Court. But now I serve my true master. I just made all that dialogue up off the top of my head to sort of demonstrate how the voice fits the face there and then. Yeah, I've thought about sort of doing that, but I used to do acting as a child, not professionally, but I was in pantomime in 1996. I was part of a drama youth club, and I sort of learned acting skills back as a kid. I think that's why I'm so used to. And then we've got there Lord Volkov, Mordred, the leader of the Sklade, their mutants, and of course a dragon. And then Lord Volkov with his mask, and that mysterious character from that image. Yeah, as I say, I had some amateur acting voices back in amateur acting training as a kid, as I was a member of a drama club. But yeah, these are the these are the thumbnails that you see on my channel. So, Desert Realm Chapter, Cleo and Trajan Mysteries, Fireland Saga, which we will be revisiting. There's only one video for that so far. Trigon Saga, The Troop, which we will be revisiting. Probably only Maximus, but I will be voicing him again. The Forest Realm, the Ondarian chapters, the Ondarian Monarchy Saga, which is separate to the chapters, and of course the Vampire Saga. And then we've got some of the older ones. So we've got some of the original ones that I created as well, which you can see basically, because that was literally the very first. I mean, these are the original Desert Realm title cards. Where is it? Let's find a. I mean, you can see how they've evolved. I mean, there's a title card for Chapter 3, The Folly of the Kings. I mean, it's changed quite a bit over the last year. In fact, oh no, that's I mean, there's one of the original Lord Volkov thumbnail cards. I love this app because it allows me to show you all, I can turn it towards the screen and show you what everything looked like. There's the original Lord of War and Heartache title card before I found the better font. So that was the original one for which you'll still the chapters that are all up are still in their original format. They still say AFO ASMR, not Ondarian ASMR. It just takes far too long to edit them with the new title cards and everything, and I haven't really got time to do that. So what I'm doing is I'm sort of doing the new title cards based around these ones from chapter 13 onwards. So you will see a variation of this one for chapter 13. I have still got chapter 13. I do need to redo the text because chapter 13 still says AFO ASMR. I need to change it to Ondarian ASMR, which I can do. That was the original Fireland saga for weighing anchor in Night Song. You have to be careful how you say that one. A lot of awkward stuff could happen there. See, there's some of the new font. It's called Cinzel, Cinzel. So, you know, I mean, that's one of my favourite, the Trigon saga, because it's set in the forge city of Trigon. And I found this picture on Pixabay, and I knew, and again, this one, I love this one for the Fireland saga. I can't wait, because someone is actually rendering a dragon. We are actually going to have a animated dragon in the series. I've still yet to write the script for that, because I think they're still sort of developing the dragon, but we are going to have a hugely exciting storyline because they are mentioned quite a bit in the Vampire Saga and the Forest Realm Saga, or the Dragon Hunters Saga, which that one is related to. So, you know, we've got some really big exciting things on the way, and I'll be revealing more next week during the Channelversary live stream as well. But I don't mind showing you some backdrops as well that I've got that I've adapted. You know, that's one for City of Trigon. I actually put in the OSP is the Ondarian Senate of the People. You know, sort of take on SPQR for the Ondarian monarchy. That's actually the original photo that I used for Trigon, and then I superimposed people over the top of the real people here. So that is actually the proper photo that I used, and then I took other photos of people in steampunk costumes and medieval costumes from Pixabay and basically covered them up. And that one I put together. That is actually a photograph I took in Dumpy Level at Dover Castle. The actual photo itself is yellow because the walls were painted a very odd shade of yellow, and the light was not very good down there, so I grey toned the walls. That's supposed to be a soundproofed room in Trigon, which I then put in a couple of chairs, a table and a chandelier through superimposing. I do most of the artwork for the imagery that I create. Again, that was Geoffrey of Trigon's office in Striking Trigon, so you'll see that a lot. That was used for the original troop title card. That was used for the Mystics shop in Chapter 6, where Mike Talks ASMR played the Mystic. That's another one I edited. I'm very proud of that because I cut out the blue sky, darkened the picture to make it look like the night, and then put this, I think it's actually a chapel, but I turned it into the Mystic Dragon tavern with a small version of the troops encampment in the distance. That appears in the troop arrives. This one features in chapter 8. Again, this was one I superimposed a lot of things. This is Anira the Healer's. No, Ollie is in chapter 11 as Duke Octavius. He only did it as voice, but he was Duke Octavius of Cordavia. His wife, Marguerite, is played by Black Cat Aura, and she actually appears in chapter 4. So there is a connection between chapter 11 and chapter 4. This is Anira the Healer's house in chapter 8. So this is where Anira and Loretta reside. That's the blank. It is actually a PNG photo, so I can superimpose images over the top. That's another one. There's that gap there is actually blank, so I can put moving images into the window, and you'll see this one in chapter 13. What else? That's another one I edited to make it look darker for night scenes. That's one with the troop poster. That's one I edited into the exterior of Anira's house in chapter 8, as you'll see here. So basically I blurred the Greek, and because it's supposed to be in the desert realm, so I tried to get building, and then obviously there's also that at night, so I tried to get that sort of as much. That one has had very little editing. That's actually, I believe, at the Colosseum. Again, these are all pictures I found on Pixabay. I adapted this one of a building at Petra, which I found on Pixabay, and added sort of visiting on you can't really see them very well, but there's like visiting Ondarians and members of the Desert Realm there. And of course OSP, because obviously the Desert Realm is part of the Ondarian monarchy, even though it has its own identity, as is the Forest Realm. So this was supposed to be the city of Gebelra, or part of the city of Gebelra. Then this one was one I edited as the town of Cully in chapter 9. That represented the governor's palace. That one is the garden from chapter 4 that you meet Marguerite and Captain Valengale. They actually supplied me with that photo. That one I used as the exterior of Jordana's, the Grand Vizier's property. That one appears in the first. This one is one where I superimposed a number of items, namely this statue, these two vases, and this statue here, for the first chapter of the Cleo and Trajan mysteries. I beg your